So I've been checking out this trailer for this new action RPG coming soon to practically every platform. It's coming to the PS4, it's coming to the Xbox One, it's coming to the PC, it's coming to the Switch, and it's called Baldo. And it basically looks like a Zelda-type game, and when I say Zelda-type game, I'm not talking about Breath of the Wild, although I do see some similarities between this game and Breath of the Wild as well, but we'll get to that in a minute. What I mean, though, is it appears to me that this is a game more in tune with the older Zelda games, such as A Link to the Past. Now, we already know that they're doing a remake for the Switch of the Game Boy classic Zelda, Link's Awakening, and that looks pretty awesome. So this game looks something kind of like that. The thing that makes this game really stick out to me that I just had to talk about it was these beautiful cel-shaded graphics and this art style. This art style is familiar, right? It looks like something from the Ghibli studio, you know, the makers of Ni no Kuni and all those awesome anime movies that Ghibli has endowed the world with over the years. So it definitely has that art style, but if you watch the gameplay, it looks very Zelda-like, as far as even the camera view is kind of, you know, sort of over the head. You can see them running around, there's shops, there's, you know, that kind of Zelda-type, you know, casual kind of feeling to the world where things aren't too serious. You know, you got chefs chopping fish in half, you got cat people stirring pots, you got this whole world just looks very interesting, and it looks like something that Nintendo themselves would make. And we all know that action adventures, Zelda, and Nintendo is freaking sweet, right? But anyway, there's not a lot of information about this game. The company that's making it, when I first seen it, I thought it was the Game Freak RPG, the people that make Pokemon. They're making an RPG currently. I thought that's what I was seeing, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute, this is not Game Freak, this is something else. This is actually by a game company that I have never heard of. That doesn't mean it's not going to be good, but, you know, it's just a bizarre company to be releasing this game, even though they have released many games. Nothing huge, nothing I can really mention here, and you'll be like, oh, those guys. So I just wanted to mention that this game looks good. It looks like it's got a lot to it. It looks like, and earlier I said I would mention some things that reminded me of Breath of the Wild, and so I do want to talk about that. You can notice at one point he's sneaking around in some snow gear. He's wearing several different things at several different parts, so that's awesome. I always like it when you can change your gear out, of course, and add that layer of depth to the game, but this could be hinting at that you have to wear certain gear for certain climates, which I think is a good gameplay mechanic. It's something that Breath of the Wild did really well. It's something that Pantheon and their atmospheric climates are going to be doing. It's something that I enjoy, so I had to point that out in case you missed it when you watch a trailer. You can also see lots of bosses. They show several of them, and they all look really cool, and it looks like something exciting and like it could be a multi-phase boss fight. It's a little bit more dynamic than you're just stuck on a little platform fighting this one boss. Also, I love the fact that I noticed throughout this trailer that you'll notice there's items down in the bottom right corner. And they change, so you know, you kind of got that Zelda feel as far as having shovels, bombs, whatever the case may be. And there's plenty of shots in this camera where you can see, obviously, there's some puzzle-type gameplay going to happen. You know, we have to figure out puzzle Zelda style, rolling boulders into switches and moving mirrors to reflect the light onto certain things to unlock certain things or open doors. And also, you'll notice, then this is what I really liked, up in the upper right corner of the screen, you'll notice that there's a spot specifically laid for keys. Now that's very Zelda. Now that's old school Zelda. That's awesome, and I always like that in Zelda. You can go around, you can find all these keys, and you gotta find the key to advance further in the dungeon to get to that boss, and I just love it all. So I thought this was definitely worth mentioning. Baldo is coming out for all the consoles and for PC. We don't have a release date yet. This is something that I could see. Of course, I don't think it's going to be like a major feature at E3 coming soon, but I do think it's very likely it will be mentioned, just because it looks cool, it's something exciting, and I could see this being put out there. Maybe, I mean, the game looks fairly finished, you know, from the trailer at least. It looks great, so I could see this game being released fairly soon, by the end of the year, I would think. We'll just have to see, though. I will cover this game more in depth as we uncover more information, but I just want to mention it here, just in case you hadn't heard of it, because this one, because it's not a huge developer, it's kind of flying under a lot of people's radar, and I wanted you to know about it, because especially if you love those old Zelda-type games, I think this could be a gem. And of course, we do have the actual remake of Zelda Link's Awakening that was originally on the Game Boy coming out to the Switch soon. Very cool. And I think we have a lot of secret surprises coming in the Zelda universe very soon. And that's nothing but a theory. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I do believe we have some real gems coming for the Zelda universe on the Switch, though. Alright guys, thanks for joining me today, and I hope that I was able to show you something you didn't know, or shed some light on something that you didn't know, etc, etc. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because we do cover old school MMORPGs as well as RPGs, JRPGs. That's what we do here at the Nathan Napalm channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, God bless, and happy gaming. Please listen to what I say. I've been making videos all day. My friends all say I'm it's a video buffet. You can even hit replay. But please just subscribe. I can't even describe being part of my tribe. I'll even offer you a prize. But just please just subscribe. And hit the bell notification too.